Hello, I'm Diego Lara. I have recently had the pleasure of going to Albany to work on the ongoing conservation of Andersonia pinestera in Albany, and working on almost a pseudo recovery plan for the species itself, and more so a much more my greater contribution towards the species was the collection of data for the species. And across this year of university, I had, again, more exposure than in the last 2 years or 3 years towards conservation, towards management, towards what it means to communicate effectively towards people to conserve our environment. I currently find myself in Lake Monger, one of Western Australia's very last nature or wetland reserves, and by that extent is one of conservation concern. It's home to species such as the Pacific black duck, the pink-eared duck, the southwestern neck-snaked turtle, and the harrier swamp. It's full of beauty, full of magic, but it's also extremely complex. Just this wetland reserve alone has a total of 3 recovery plans, each with 50 pages, and each recovery plan, its goal expanding over a prolonged period of time, going from 5 years to 10 years, and they're quite ambitious in this regard. When I say ambitious, I want to say that they encapsulate too many options, too many variables, the governance, the treatment with indigenous people, in the sense that indigenous approach and Western approach vary, and recovery plans must select which one of these will be the given approach, and this consensus might change across years, might change across time. There's also the variable of the knowledge gap between then and now, where at some point a weed or a plant or a bacteria or fungi might not have been a threat through climate change, through introduction of other variables, and this weed may become a threat. And this changing environment makes recovery plans fall behind. It causes them to not be able to keep up with the changing ecosystem around them. And this is just touching on the surface. I cannot go too much in depth due to the time constraints, but I'm gonna put here a little table on all the types of indigenous agencies and governments that must be taken into account, and all the delegation that must take place. This is all to say that recovery plans, although a powerful tool and although a very useful tool, are slow. They don't have an uptake enough on changing governance, not uptake enough on changing recovery advice, and also vastly more informal, less tailored towards the species and the environment. They bring significantly more flexibility towards the notion. They allow the plan to be changed and modified as they go, as more information is revealed, as the governance changes. Yet the lack of tailored suiting for the species environment does come at a cost. And I believe that we stand in a current crisis, in a current moment where solving this dilemma should be of the utmost concern and utmost priority. That in the future, the middle ground can be found between a tailor-made detailed plan and a more generalized flexible plan.